I think it's sexy when a man is too busy to talk to me. Why do you want to call me 24/7? Why are you texting me 24/7? Why are you not so busy?
Older men date women that are significantly younger than them, and only because the women their age would never, ever even glance at them twice.
The lesbian domestic violence incidents were some of the more brutal.
Fought hard to be openly gay. Society doesn't want us to be openly gay.
You are not entitled to your partner's body in whatever type of way.
That's what they tell men. Women are doing that to themselves. Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you're getting my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this one.
When do you start to lose respect for a man?
Insecurity. Or just lack of confidence. Like, you need to be confident.
Give me an example.
To be with me, I should never... I feel like it should be so easy to be with somebody, and I don't need to be asked questions 24/7, like, where you at, what you doing, like, I think it's sexy when a man is too busy to talk to me. Why do you want to call me 24/7? Why are you texting me 24/7? Why are you not so busy?
Ridiculous.
Focusing on what you're doing that you have to talk to me.
So clinginess in a man.
Disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting, yeah.
But if clinginess is such a turn off, why do most women still want men to chase them?
I feel like that's not a valid question. Like, you can't categorize most women because those types of women probably have past baggage or past trauma that they're still holding on to that allows for that type of behavior. That's not most women, that's just women with trauma, women with insecurity, women who haven't grown into themselves yet.
Wow, she gets it, and she's young. There are some that get it. Kudos to her, because she'll find a man. She'll be one of the ones that find a man and keep them. All the man has to worry about, and that's the wild thing. That's what I don't like about the West. Because then the guy gets married, and then 10 years later, who knows? You got to take that shot, right? Take a shot with her. You may have a good chance.
The older I get, the more I realize why older men date women that are significantly younger than them, and only because the women their age would never, ever even glance at them twice.
You look so old.
Because now there are men my age that try to approach me and I have to actively withhold the urge to spit on them. But younger me would have just died over them. And it was for stupid reasons, like, oh my God, he's so cool and mature. He has his own apartment. He should. He's 30. I just thought that was such a sign of maturity and being like a real grown up. But those men were creme de la piss, okay? Like cream of the turds. It's very unimpressive, but I thought that them having good jobs was a sign of them being real adults, and they were just little immature baby boys. But yeah, those men are almost always losers. Still think it's gross, but now I see the logic.
That's why I don't know how old she is. Men are attracted to younger women. Younger, more fertile woman. A lot of guys, imagine a guy my age, right? I'm 43. Still, he may not have kids. A lot of men that have no kids now have opted out. Men have gone their own way. I have a kid, but they've decided not to have kids. So a man has to get with a woman that's younger. And that's why men have to leave a lot of times. Ew, you look say, oh, ew, that's nasty. What is he going to do? And if he's not a player and just looking to date around and not take women serious, that's bad that you look at a man like that. Because what is he going to do? And a lot of women are saying nowadays, oh, I would never date a man that doesn't have kids. So they're being cast out. That's what's happening. Guys are being cast out. And what are they to do? Go look outside. And that's why it's always boggling my mind when I see guys always have tried to shame the passport bros. It's like, what are these guys to do?
Hey guys, I literally just saw this video being done and I decided to hop on the train because I feel like in my past life I've been in so many different talking stages.
Another list. Let's see what it's about.
Here we go again.
Not anymore though. And I've learned a lot, so why not do a public service?
Things I would never do with a talking stage again.
So without further ado, let's get into it. I will also preface this by saying, one, these are my personal convictions, so don't fight me. Two, alright, these are going to be mostly like emotional things. I can't really advise you on the physical. I'm not your girl. But for emotional, I am. So let's get into it. So things I will not be doing in a talking stage again. First one, fall asleep on the phone or let the guy fall asleep on the phone. I say this because it is such an emotionally intimate thing to do. And I feel like when the talking stage, if it does end, like that is why a lot of these things hurt so much, because you're like, oh, we're just talking, we're not even dating. Why am I hurt this bad? And that's because there are certain things that are reserved for the commitment of a relationship and the safety of a relationship, that if you do them outside of that context, it's just gonna hurt. Like this, I feel like when I fall asleep, or when I used to fall asleep, I would get attached to the person, and I don't think that attachment is healthy when you're in a talking stage. But again, that's just me. That's the advice I'd also give my friends. Second thing is talking about my past relationships. I feel like so many people on TikTok have already spoken about this, so I don't need to get into too much detail. But as you know, men are scary, and if you give them that information, they can take advantage of you and all that jazz. They essentially will use that information to see how much rubbish you can take, and therefore how much they can stress your life. So yeah, I will not be telling men that anymore. Third one, opening up about my personal life. And this also goes with We're Not Really Strangers. That game used to be my drug. But I will stop opening up about my personal life because I saw this TikTok somewhere where it was like, dating is not for building emotional intimacy, it's to test compatibility. And you don't need to know my secrets to know if we're compatible. And so I feel like when I'm again in the safety of a relationship, then I can tell you about my past, my family, whatever. But in a talking stage, you do not need to know that. And also, the truth of the matter is, these men are not your friends. So if you have problems, tell your friends. If they have problems, they should tell their own friends. So part two, because this, I have a couple more.
Well, that's not such a bad thing, actually, because she's right. A man is not there to be a friend. Now, a man should ask you questions to see if he can open up things, but about personal life, past relationships, men don't want to hear about that. What if your past relationship, you were a swinger? The guy doesn't want you to open up about that, so you shouldn't be openly telling it to him. But this is not such a bad list. I thought it was going to be horrible. Let me get on to the next one.
As a former police officer, the lesbian domestic violence incidents were some of the more brutal, with large bites on inner thighs and broken noses. The first time I heard a story of a woman talking about how her lover, who was also a woman, beat her and kicked her in the face and broke her nose, this comment took me back then, and I was really young and I was also closeted. And I remember saying things like, no woman would ever beat me, I would hit her back. But here's the truth now. This is some of the stuff that we sit with. This is some of the stuff that we don't want to talk about. These are the conversations we want to avoid. And I, for one, am tired of avoiding. I want to have healing conversations. If this is you, I'm going to say it again. Get on my Facebook group and sign up for my party.
All right. That's violent. I'm sure what this woman has to say.
This is your daily reminder to stay with that man. Don't go thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna get with a woman that's so much better. Highest domestic violence rates. What happens over here, even Tyler Perry and Shonda Rhimes couldn't cook that up.
So you mean to tell me, and she said it, it's better to stay with a man, right? Because you have so many women saying, I choose the bear, but that's not true, right? And I've heard, and it's the same thing with lesbian marriages. They're getting the same results when it comes to violence. This is wild. So they're cheating more and they're beating you up more. And then when you think about in women's prisons, right? They said all the time that the women are the most violent. The women cause the most ruckus. And this goes to show even relationships, when you go over, it's not that great What are you gonna say now?
Okay, it's not what you think it is. Oh my God, I couldn't deal with women because of the attitude. Attitude is the least of your worries. These women are unhinged and crazy.
Yeah, definitely. When they're late, I seen our lady just explained it just now. Somebody kicked somebody's face and broke their nose, like violent. Definitely unhinged.
Honestly, something that's not talked about enough in lesbian relationships is how much domestic violence goes on. Just because we are the same does not mean that you should put your hands on me in any way, shape, or form. Like, there's no reason why you should be putting your hands on someone at your grown age. Like, honestly, have some emotional intelligence and self-control. Like, we're old enough that if you're that angry, you should be able to leave the room. There's no reason why you should physically assault someone. And honestly, like, you know, I fought hard to be openly gay, especially because society doesn't want us to be openly gay. There's no reason why we should come out the closet and get beat up. Like, come on now.
Damn, it's crazy.
Lesbians who are abusive do not make sense to me because you're a woman. You know what we go through and what we struggle with on a daily basis, and you're just gonna be like, oh, let me just add more trauma to this girl's life. Like, what? Also, you see how beautiful women are, and you just look into their eyes and be like, I just want to make you feel like about yourself. Like, that makes no sense to me. None.
The grass is not that green on the other side, y'all. This is wild.
We need to talk about domestic violence in lesbian relationships. It needs to stop. This is a huge problem, and it happens for a number of reasons. A huge reason is insecurity, lack of trust, a history of abuse yourself. But no matter the reason, it's not okay. It's not okay to insult your partner, to be hypercritical of your partner, to put your hands on your partner, to financially abuse your partner, to threaten to out your partner. You are not entitled to your partner's body if they say that they don't want to be physically involved in you in whatever type of way.
That's what they tell men. Women are doing that to themselves?
Tell me I'm just stupid.
Or to each other?
My point exactly.
It's underreported. You don't get a lot of support from the local police departments because the laws don't even cover same-sex relationships the way they do heterosexual relationships. The bottom line is you have a responsibility to yourself and to the people that you're in a relationship with to be safe and considerate and respectful. And that's what relationship counseling can do for you if you're struggling in this area.
Forget relationship counseling. That's what jail could do if you're struggling in this area. Lock them up and throw away the key. Nobody should be being beat, but it's wild because they're a woman. It gets tossed to the side. And that's why they're doing it. That's why they're doing it. These women need to be jailed. Facts. They need to be locked up for months or even years so they can understand. Because guess what? If that was a man, ching ching, cuffs would be on him. They lock him up, throw away the key. A man beats a woman, like how some of these women are doing. Man, I can imagine. Years. Yeah, guys, and this is wild, but this is what happens. As the woman said, this is your daily reminder to stay with that man. If you're not all the way gay or you're half and you say, I want to get with a woman. No, you don't. As she said, no, you don't. Stay with that man because it's not greener on the other side. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all next video. Peace out.